Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to stream. Welcome back to the couch. Another day, another stream. Indeed. Hello, Sod. Welcome back to the couch. Hello, Annie. Welcome back to the couch. Zion, let's go. Welcome back to the couch. I hope you enjoy your stay. Hello, veteran. Welcome back to the couch. Yeah, but apparently yesterday was not just another stream. It didn't, YouTube didn't, like tell me. I was aware my channel was created in December. But it was the anniversary of my first upload was yesterday. My first video was uploaded on December 16th, 2022. Pretty crazy. And as far as VTubers go, normally they call their, you know, their mama is the person who did the art. So technically I think I'm my own mother. So that's not complicated. Gerdan, what's up? Welcome back to the couch. Hope you enjoy your stay. Couldn't miss this. Well, you probably, I mean, I don't think anything special is gonna happen today, but always nice to see returning faces. Yeah, I didn't have any plans today. Oh wait, that was, I went and found, where'd it go? Okay, ooh. I did have this thing. Oh, it's, why is it so small? My hat is so tiny. It's close enough. Asexual reproduction, baby. Finished up exams. Let's go. Congrats. Now, the other day, I don't remember why I was thinking it. But I was like, one of these days, Gerdan's gonna show up and I'll be like, damn, how's school going? You're gonna be like, I graduated. And I'll be like, whoa. Whoa. I was just thinking that. I was like, that'll be when I'm like, time has passed. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, congrats, but shit. Someone did all the school. When is your boards coming up? I don't know what that means. Oh, you know, extra hat. I think that can be arranged. Magic. Oh shit. I inverted it. I'm assuming this is what you meant. Okay. Oh, just a second. Gotta put it behind. Two baby boys. Well, no, I'm right. Kind of like if you, I don't know if I've ever worn a hat at a birthday party, but I feel like it's the thing where sometimes, you know, everyone's wearing party hats. It's a party hat. I guess the special boy part of it makes a little less sense, but we can all be special boys. Well, maybe if I line it up behind the, you can't see, it's just a party hat. 1 to 2 more semesters, depending if I pass taxation. Taxation without representation? Nah, that's revolution material right there. We're getting close though. Exam was pretty rough. Boom. Rip. I salute. You know, as long as you're done and you think that it was the best that you could have done, then you're good. You're good. Oh, I almost just went to rearrange it. I was like, the hat's kind of messed up, and I was like, nope, that's where I put it for the special boy. Yeah, well, therein lies the end of my plans for today. I did find every once in a while I take some screenshots of like the YouTube stuff. So I found some kind of interesting tidbits, I suppose. I do have a nice screenshot from this day a year ago, and by this day I mean the 16th, because I'm assuming what happened was YouTube must have told me it was my anniversary last year at the same time. So I have screenshots now from exactly a year apart for last year and this year. So I guess I could try and show those. And sometimes, look, I got this thing. This bad boy has lived on this on this page. I don't know. I should go and figure out when this PNG was created. Look at this bad boy. Now that's a schedule. Technically not true anymore. I don't stream on the weekends. But this was the year 1 schedule. Well, because, you know, a lot of VTubers have, you know, like schedules. And I was like, oh, what, you want a schedule? Well, here you go. But, you know, let's see. I try and be positive about the milestones or whatever. But honestly, it kind of just makes me feel a little bad. Got your weekends off now? Yeah, it's definitely more maintainable. Oh boy, where'd it go? 426. Where are you, 426? Boom, there's the completely covered chat. Oh, well, actually, oh god, where am I even gonna put this? I guess we'll go here and then I'll fix it later. And then what, I need 934. Boom. Like, look, it's like the exact same screenshot. It's cropped a little differently, but okay, and then let's take these two. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe showing them wasn't that big of a deal. Schedule has so much personality. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I know what time you start. If you go to my YouTube homepage, it literally says that. It is one of the most public things ever. If you go to my Twitter bio, it literally says. That's why I always think it's funny. Like, and my schedule had, right? My schedule, oh, you know what? This schedule is actually less helpful because, like here. So if I go to my YouTube, am I gonna start talking? Hey, Astarkas. No, okay, did. So, that should be fine. If I go to, I'm sorry, I'll get back to talking about the screenshots at some point. Oh. Go to my anime body pillow search page. Boom. So my banner, right? My banner literally says live. So this is technically factually incorrect, but see, no one looks at it. So I guess I don't feel that bad. It used to be live every day. Starting at 10 a.m. PT. So it has start time and time zone, right? I do not hide my time zone. But people ask about it a lot, and I'm like, I'm not just gonna, you know, I'm not gonna say it, but like, I don't know, it's pretty readily available. Saturday time. I'm pretty sure all of it. I'm pretty sure all of it was the same, I think. It should be, unless I made a mistake. No, yeah, this big 6 a.m. over there. No, I think that's a 0. It's just drawn really poorly. Or yeah, it does. It looks like almost like a really good drawn from profile, like angry eye. Is that what it looks like? Yeah, no, that's just a fucked up 10. No, that's just a fucked up 10. Thanks for the call out though. No. It's 6 a.m. No, yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. Oh, I did want to thank you, Annie, yesterday. I really appreciate that you remembered my Kamiyoshi. That means a lot to me. I was like, I should remember to say that. Yeah, okay, so let's see. I think that's the, oh no, that's the new one. So on this one, I don't actually, putting these on isn't really helpful. The numbers are so small. But you can see, so right, it says join December 12th, 2022, but it didn't tell me until the 16th because I hadn't posted anything. So that's kind of fun. My pleasure. Thank you. It ended up being kind of a trick question, but you did remember. But you know, got 814 videos, 434 subscribers, and it's got like 90 something thousand views. So then the one from a year before that, an entire year before, is 332 subscribers, I can't even do it, 568 videos and like 70,000 views. So in an entire year, I got 102 subscribers, 20,000 views, and I posted like 300 videos. So like 100 subscribers is that's no laughing matter. But for year 3, is that good? Probably not. Maybe, you know, could be, you know, just a skill issue that I'm not being able to feel super positive about that. But I don't know. I feel like normally, unless I've like fallen off, numbers are supposed to be like getting bigger, given that technically it's literally through the, you know, the end of year 3 or the start of whatever it you know, you would expect that it would be a 3rd or bigger, but it's a 4th, which doesn't bode well. Hopefully it snowballs. I keep thinking that, and that's obviously not occurring. Sounds like big numbers. Yeah, I mean, because like it, you know, 100 sounds great, but I do think the funniest thing is that it's like, it feels like it's not even a consistent year 3. It's definitely less than something that happened in the previous years. But I know that was the thing. I was like, yep, in another year I'll be at 500, which was both like, yay. I feel like at one point there was a month where I had like a -1 subscriber gain for a month, and I'm like, at this rate I'll be at 500 in infinite negative none time. So having at least a little bit of trajectory is good, but it's also like, is that good that it's gonna take 4 years to get to 500 subscribers? I don't know. Make a compilation of your funny moments this year. So how do I the short answer is thank you for the suggestion, but do you know what that would take from me? Because I have attempted nothing to that degree. I have attempted on the small scale to take the funny moments from, say, a stream. takes time for a sapling to go into a tree. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah, but let's just say right now, let's say I am a sapling growing into a tree. All the other saplings that I see being planted around me are trees right now. I saw a sapling get planted last week and it's already a tree. So, sometimes it feels a little hard to be happy. You know, it's like, you know, comparison is odious and like, you know, whatever, don't you just mind your own business, etc. And I try and do that, but you know, sometimes it gets a little hard when there's so many other trees growing so much faster. And sometimes they're not even doing anything different. We're getting the same water and we're getting the same fertilization. You know, it's like, Yahoo's Vine compilation number 6. I mean, what, like reaction compilation or I mean, I like watching creators. I like doing like react stuff, but I don't know. I want to believe that the people are like, you can do what you love and you can make it. But I think it's kind of bullshit at this point. But that's just rad. Oh damn. Also, what's with the leaderboard? Gerdan at number 1? How did that happen? Not to... How did... What? That system... Stream clippers. Yeah, I know. I'm assuming you're tied. It's been a while since I looked at this. I'm assuming you're tied. Yeah, everyone is tied, actually. Everyone has 75 XP, but for some reason, YouTube is like, but Gerdan's number 1. You can do what you love and make it if you have money already. I mean, I wouldn't be able to stream 5 days a week for 3 years if I was like destitute. But so I thought time was a big part, but yeah, apparently not so much. But yeah, I mean, yeah. My costs are low, but yeah. Other jobs, not right now. No, I've been doing streaming full time for 3 years now. Woo! Well, okay, that's not true. That is not true. My stream anniversary is in April, I think. Because this is my channel's birthday. And it's just the anniversary of the first video I posted. My first stream, I think, was in like April or June. Cheer for the love of the game. Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought that if I gave it enough time and passion, it would work out. But I mean, I guess it's not. I'm not negative. I have found at least greater than 3 or 4. There's a good. I'm so happy that some people came back, stopped by. I don't think I'm in general not displeased at all with like the real people that I've met, like had interactions with, and the frequency that they come by. A lot of people are really busy, and I like when they just stop by every once in a while, which is really great. But it is hard when, you know, I have a lot of screenshots of, you know, sometimes there's just a day and like the total watch from a stream time. I have one that actually, I think this one's kind of a bug. So the funny thing is, I know that, I'm pretty sure like people were around here, but I have this hurdling screenshot that the total watch time is 20 minutes. It's like, oh wait, where is can I let's see if I pop up this one, I can replace it. So I've got some screenshots that are just devastating. No, okay, where'd that go? Why can't I? Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. I don't know if this is super accurate. I feel like there was more watch time, but like boom, two views. Wait, yeah, 2 views, 4 peak concurrence. Question mark. Good stuff. Good stuff. Still time. I mean, technically there's infinite time. I think that's also one of whether or not I'm being super rational about AI slop stuff, but like it feels like it's kind of an arms race at this point. So calculate watch time the same if you're in another mother. I have no idea. I have no clue. Because sometimes sometimes it feels like I remember watching a bit of you playing her. Like, yeah, I know. I remember you being there. I can't remember specifically if it. I could have sworn someone was talking consistent the whole time. I think there definitely can be, you know, funny business around how it calculates stuff. Also, I have some screenshots where like sometimes that like post stream thing just like won't show you. Oh yeah, like this one. So like actually here we go. Sometimes YouTube, but yeah, AI, because right, I keep seeing, right, sometimes I come across, you know, like a video or a short that is just AI slop and it has millions of views, and I'm like, and the channel was created like yesterday, and I'm like, fuck. So it's only gonna get harder, right? Like it gaming right now. I wonder if it counts. I don't know. I know that actually the last time I have some screenshots of these kind of just hanging out chatting ones seem to do pretty well. I have some screenshots of those doing numbers, but like, so this bounty star one I did for some reason it has totally different stats that it shows. Like it has peak concurrence, but it doesn't have total watch time at all. But this one, right, it said peak concurrence was 30 and views was 95. So, oh wait, what does that say? Wait, what? No, it's total likes. I was like, what that's total likes 3. New subscribers 0, rip. But like, sometimes there is, like this one, 30 peak concurrence sounds crazy. Rewatchers won't say to watch fake slop. On a stream, maybe not. But unfortunately, as far as numbers go for real videos, people very much do sit and watch slop, especially because we're basically there. The quality of the footage is I'm seeing stuff sometimes that I don't get. I miss it, and I see a post later, I'm like, damn, this is totally AI, and I'm like, what? And then they point some stuff out and it's like, oh shit, you're right. And like I've been seeing this this slop format going around where people are making these videos where it's supposed to be like someone with holding like their phone, like POV, someone's taking like a selfie video, and it's like they're on the set of a movie that hasn't been made, and like famous actors walk up in costumes. Like I saw this one that was it was like, I'm on the set for the Dragon Ball movie they're making, and there's like, you know, it's like Keanu Reeves walks up and they're, you know, like dressed as Goku, and like that one, that's not who was cast as that. But like, if the premise wasn't completely absurd and getting, you know, all the top actors, and the fact that the person's spinning, and when they go for 360 there's like an entirely different space behind them, like if it didn't make as little sense as it did, it looks so good quality. Not like if you ask for something normal, I don't know if I'd be able to tell. Like if you're like, look, I met Keanu Reeves, and it was just a video of like phone and Keanu walking up, it would look totally normal. But the fact that, you know, you're meeting 30 actors in the same time, and then sometimes the camera floats away from the hand and that like you're spinning in a circle and the reality is not staying consistent behind you, other than that, the visual quality and consistency is it's gonna be impossible to tell. AI content is bullshit. AI content is bullshit. Is making everything worth skepticism. Yeah. Oh my god. So I think this was last night. I saw a post that was like, people are using AI to edit pictures of like their burgers, like really pink, or like their meat. So they're like, it's undercooked. And then, you know, everyone's like, great, thanks. So you're gonna ruin customer service for literally everyone now. If someone takes a picture of something that's broken or defective or like, you know, wrong, we're just not gonna be able to prove anything with pictures anymore. That's so great. Thank you. This is the future that we all really long for, I'm sure. Must go enough if I don't make it back halfway through. Thank you for stopping by, Xeon. Here, I'll give you I'll flash you. No. You can have a seat on the couch. Get some use out of his gram. Ta-da! Get a second. A brief flash. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, or year. If I don't see you around until next year, I really hope I'm still here. Sometimes it's a little hard. I do think I'm kind of planning on taking probably next week off. Feels like a good idea. And then maybe going from there. That might be more than a week. I do feel like sometimes I could be doing a little better. I think my my ability to be more positive in the face of suboptimal situations is higher when feeling better. Yeah. It's that time of year, time for a bit of time off. Yeah, and I mean, it's only been a couple months since I took a week off in September, so it hasn't been that long. But keep working hard. That's the plan. Working hard or hardly working, am I right? Yeah. That's the plan. Sometimes it's a little harder to stay positive. There was something. I don't remember what I was talking about. Quarterly time off is healthy. Yeah, but it's not like I'm gonna be sitting and playing video games anyway. So I'm gonna be sitting in this exact same chair. I'm gonna be doing significantly less talking, but but yeah, feels like a good time. Feels like a good time for it. Talking about just like AI slop. Maybe that was the end of a thought. Let's talk about the customer service. Yeah, it's looking pretty darn good. Crazy. Message eaten, rip. Damn, you talking about holidays in the chat? No, I know I say this a lot. I don't think I can turn YouTube's moderation down any more than it already is. It is unfortunate sometimes when it's like I can say whatever I want, but the chat can't. And I didn't realize hentai was also a void word, because it's not even. Maybe if you were talking, maybe if you were writing like in Japanese, it wouldn't, because it's not an inherently charged word, really. Just a problem child. Well, I mean, like, can you? I'm assuming you still can't say fat boys. Like, so there are some combos that you can accidentally walk into for no reason. I guess there's not a ton of context where you'd be saying that, but another one eaten. Damn. The funny thing is, immediately I'm like, what are you trying to say? And then it was like, well, you obviously can't tell me exactly what you're trying to say, because that's the problem. Lamau. I do, you know, it is nice in this last year. I guess, you know, something I should point out. In this last year, I do have some standouts. Is it cropped? Yeah, I think so. Like, look at this thing. Look at this stream. This one's nuts, right? Total watch time, 272 hours. Peak concurrence, 127. Views, 321. Like, it... I do have some good screenshots. This happened this year, early this year, and I was like, I've made it. I'm a real streamer now. This is it. The algorithm has blessed me, and then it went away. I really thought, I was like, damn, I finally did it. But alas. But you know, it's important to realize that there are some good numbers. I got some 22 watch time. I got some 272 watch time. Detecting you, rip. Third attempt sniped. Damn. That's, you're saying something super heinous, and then it'll be just like Final Fantasy 14 update. I have a ton of screenshots of Final Fantasy 14 streams. Yeah, this one, the Final Fantasy 14 stream with 32 minutes of watch time. Final Fantasy 14 video with 50 minutes of watch time. This Endwalker stream that this was the Endwalker stream titled Endwalker because I'm pretty sure it was me finishing Endwalker, and it had 2 chats the entire stream, one from Nico and then one from me. I'm ready to burn down my office. Oh, yeah, I guess that is like a threat of violence. And then if you say set fire to my place of employment, is that also like the same thing? Can't write Plumby boy? Is that the fat boy that I was talking about? Yeah, there are some pretty high level chat restrictions. So I'm all for trying to get around it, but it can be quite hard, I think, sometimes. Ooh, another Endwalker stream. 23 minutes of watch time, but definitely has more messages though. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 total chats, 2 of which are me. So, you know, I've had some wins, I've had some losses. Yeah, I have this screenshot of my total subscriber gain from what month was this? Oh, it was last year, September. My total subscriber gain for the last month was -1. Big rip. Type of variation of the phrasing seems to got too. Yeah, because I think it's probably, I think they're trying to detect intent, and anything about probably like arson and in real places is probably something they just delete, I guess. Good bit early Final Fantasy 14. I know, every once in a while I'm like I should go back and figure out. I'm like, you've definitely been around for at least a year. From fire, someone sent bomb threats here in your region to schools. Yeah, unfortunately, that do be a world we live in. I did while I was going to high school, there was only one well, okay, I won't even say legit. There was a bomb threat while I was going to high school, and but it was found in a bathroom written on toilet paper. So I was like, sure, that's such a normal thing. And like a decent amount of people didn't go to school because it was like, I think it had a date on it or something. It was like, I'm gonna do it this day, and I was like, okay. But I was at school, and then my mom got wind of it, and she texted me, and she's like, hey, or was it when I was going to school? I can't remember. At some point she was like, hey, I heard there was a thing, and I'm like, yeah, it's nothing. So like, I think depending on I'm not gonna say that all bomb threats are silly, but depending on the context, they very much can be, and it's really unfortunate that that's even possible. But if it was more legit, or there was a lot of people that were like really shook, and I was like, this is not real, guys. There's absolutely no way that was like a real. But they're like, we're taking it seriously. I'm like, yeah, right. Bomb threats get through though. That is kind of funny that you can chat that. But maybe if you say, oh, I'm not gonna. Well, don't do this if you don't want to. But if you were like, I'm gonna blow something up, or I'm gonna send a bomb threat, is maybe different. Because like, you probably don't ban just saying it, or you could probably say building on fire. I'm assuming it's like they're trying to ban the people saying the thing. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, don't test this if you don't want to, because that's probably a way to trigger something else. Although, I mean, like, I don't know, the veteran person, they seem to be able to say, this is it, I'm coming for you, I'm gonna find your house. Like, that stuff doesn't seem to get voided, so, like, you can definitely say some things, apparently. Get my FBI agent excited. Exactly, yeah, that does, I feel like that is sort of the smoking gun you'd think they'd be looking for. We got him. Yeah. There was something I was thinking about. Oh God, I did not have a restful night. So I don't remember. I was thinking up something. I was like, what am I going to talk about on stream tomorrow? And at one point I was like, oh, I've got some stories. Oh, okay. I found the plot line. What happened? Well, okay, so I went to bed at a good time. I was like bed by midnight. It was great. Extra early. So that no matter how long it takes me to sleep, I'm gonna get my 8 hours. But at 1:30, the power went out, which normally wouldn't mean anything, because like it gets a little bit darker as a whole. Because I have a light that like it turns off, but it's like kind of illuminated, so it reduces. If the power were to go out, it would, in theory, just reduce the total lumens in my room by like 10%. Bed by minute sounds alright. Technically, I should really only be getting to bed by like 1:30 to make sure that I'm getting stuff, but then I always fall asleep immediately, so midnight's a good goalpost to hit. Just like in bed trying to fall asleep by then. But I have a external power source brick unit under my desk that will power everything in case of the power going out for like an extra hour or a few. Because while I was in college, I had a scare where the power fluctuated and it like fucked up my PC just like a little bit, and then I was like, ooh, I don't like that. This is pretty important to me, so it has kicked in very few times, but so it beeps kind of loudly, at least for me. I'm a rather light sleeper sometimes, depending on what it is. Apparently it'll wake me right up, because like I can sleep through like people talking and like dorm noise stuff. I feel like pretty good. I like, that's never really bothered me, or like cars or trains or whatever. But alarm clocks I can have at like bare minimum sound to wake me up. But anyway, it beeps. So I woke up and I was like, beeping, what's beeping? It's not a sound I hear a lot. But I eventually was able to determine that it was light sleeper. Could be, well, I don't think I would normally describe myself as a light sleeper, but like some things it is like I don't know. It's like my alarm clock is like at 1/10 the sound of the alarm clocks around me. It's crazy. Like I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, I can hear your alarm clock for 3 rooms. No, so clearly there are some things that are different, but like, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I've slept through larger noises, but I don't know. There's something. Because there's another external power source in the room next to me, and I could barely hear it through the wall a little bit, but that didn't wake me up. I don't know. But oh, Gearpiece is selling for under 2 million. Well, it's probably good that they're selling it all, right? I feel like at least it didn't go to like 30K. At least someone found a floor, right? I feel like I was trying to sell some stuff that just like never sold. But I woke up at 1:30 and I turned off the beeping and was like, okay, I guess the power's out. Well, that's the thing. I went back to bed, but then an hour later I woke back up because one of the smoke alarm in my room was chirping. And okay, I'm only like 30% sure that it was my smoke alarm that was chirping, because I went and got back in bed and then I heard it again and the one in the hall was chirping. And I'm not entirely convinced that I feel like it sounded different, but I was also pretty tired and had woken up for like the second time in the same night. So I was kind of fucked up, just reality wise, but they're not that far apart. There's a door though. So I could really easily see it being, and I don't remember if I was able to go back and fall asleep again. I don't know, but like I just like pulled the one in my room off the ceiling. That stopped that, allegedly, in theory. And I can't remember I'm pretty sure I went back to sleep before the other one started making noise, but I could be misremembering because I was a little out of it. But I went out in the hall and I couldn't disconnect the one in the hall from the ceiling, so because it was wired differently. But it had stopped chirping, so I went back to bed, and then 20 minutes later it chirped again and woke me up, and the power had come back on. So I went and fucked with it again, but the light was back on, so I went and looked for replacement batteries, but I couldn't find anything, and it had stopped chirping. So I went back to bed, and luckily I was then able to sleep until my alarm clock went off. But I did wake up at least 3 times. But I'm like, I think, I wake up a decent amount of time, like normally. I'm not like a super consistent sleeper, deep sleep all the time. Especially like right now, I don't know, I'm not sleeping super great. But like getting woken up by like an external noise and like having to exit sleep time is I think is pretty different than just regular. So that went well. Oof. But then it was since I was also like going and doing enough activity, I was kind of like waking up enough that like it was kind of hard to go back to sleep. And so I was thinking about, so in I had some good alarm, or not alarm clock, I had some good smoke alarm or like fire alarm drill stories from my second and last year on campus in university, in my dorm, where I got to be like the story guy. I feel like in like media, or you hear stories about like the person who's taking a shower when the fire alarm goes off, and I was the guy. I got to be the one standing outside in a towel. It was, and then also the funny thing was, I was like, yeah, damn, it happened to me. And the like the people running it came out and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? They're like, go back inside. They're like, and I was like, what? These are the rules. You're supposed to go. You're supposed to go. And they were like, yeah, it's a drill, dude. You don't have to come outside in a towel. And I was like, what? I'm following the rules. I was like, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, aha, sucks for you, but yep, that you did right. And they're like, no, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, what the fuck? And they're like, nah, go back, go back inside. And I was like, oh, thank you, but wait, but what? They were like, no, it's too cold. Go, get out of here. So that was kind of funny. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I didn't have to sit through like the spiel. So honestly, if you can, depending on like what the elements are or what your tolerance levels are, if you want to get out of like the fire alarm spiel, just like pop outside for a bit in a towel. And unless it doesn't work like that for you, this is, you know, could be a risk, slight risk, but it could be a really good way to get out of that. I don't think I've ever taken a drill properly. What? Really? Damn. I feel like I did a lot more fire drills in like the university dorms, but like I feel like I went through plenty of like fire drills before then in school and stuff. Damn. Guess you're just so unsafe. It's probably not that big of a deal. Most of the time it's pretty easy to like, there's so many like regulations on like lights and doors and things that like most of the time it's not that hard to figure out how to exit a building if something were to catch on fire. None at school. Damn. That's crazy. Rip. They were like, if you die, you die. Fend for yourself. I mean, I feel like most of the time, at least most of the schools I went to and stuff, it was like the plans weren't, most of the drills were like, and this is where we're gonna meet up and this stuff, and it's like, as long as everyone like gets out, it's not that big of a deal. But I believe it's probably, you know, meeting up and being able to make sure everyone get out is the point. But but then I was the same year I had decided to take a nap one day, and I was, I think it was different. I think normally I'm switching it up just because it feels right. You are sod now. So it's short stream, so I'm keeping things fluid. You're not a special boy. So your name will be over there. You do less work. Hours on end with formalin-soaked anatomy specimens without mass extraction fans. You're like, I can smell no longer. Yum. Ugh. I feel like I think I only ever had to do like one anatomy thing in my entire breadth of schooling stuff, and I feel like I still remember the smell of like cow eyeball. Disgusting. Oh, dethroned. Sorry, Sod. Annie was just being so active. I was switching up. I didn't know if you were still around. I didn't know if maybe you fell asleep. My super soothing voice. If it was boring enough, like the sharpness. Smell of catfish lung. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not much of a physical biology guy. A fish lesson. Fish lesson. Fimsh. Because fish famously smells delicious. Warmed up. So I saw the throne with the A, and I thought it was like throat, and I was like, what? Thanks for the warm throat spot. Fimsh. Yeah, I feel like I only had to do like the one dissection, and was like, yeah, that's pretty good for me. That's good enough. That's good enough. Thank you very much. Little rudimentary. Oh, are catfish lungs tiny? What? Catfish lung. Oh. Huh. How about that? Did you have to like dissect the whole catfish to get the lungs out? Because, damn. Huh. They just got little air sacs. Gills and lungs. Huh. Catfish. That's rather strange. How about that? Huh. I guess that's kind of interesting. And I bet if you were like a fisherman, you'd be like, hey, cutting open a fish? Pff, I do this all the time. Huh. Very memorable. Yeah, very memorable probably for a number of reasons. Huh. Yeah, I can't say I know that I'm that familiar with catfish. Huh. Well, the more you know. How about them apples? Oh wait, a fire alarm went off. I was taking a nap, but I went to bed in like the early I went to bed. I fell asleep in like the early afternoon, so it was like, you know, totally like light outside. But I think it was during the winter, and at least for winter for me, the sun sets earlier. I guess that's always true. It just depends on which season is your winter, right? I forgot what it is. So I think it was only like 5 p.m. or something, but it was totally dark outside. But I woke, it was a, you know, like a fire drill. I woke up, I was like, oh my God, it's night. It's the next day. It's morning. I don't, what? Because it was like, you know, sometimes you get that, when is it, where is it from naps, but like into a fire drill in the pitch darkness was next level. Know very little about fish, says the person who knew about catfish. No. Winter does. Yeah, I for a second there I was like, it's winter everywhere, but people have warm winter. I'm like, no, that doesn't fucking make sense. It's just that you actually just move the seasons around. Lamau. That was not real. It definitely wasn't then. I mean, I figured out what was happening pretty quickly. And then, you know, pulled up my phone and saw the time and was like, oh, it's still the same day. but that was pretty next level. Pretty next level. Good stuff. Warm winter. Well, I'm pretty sure no matter where you are, I think winter is colder, whether or not, like, and in the winter it snows everywhere. No, but I've the seasons. I don't know if I got anything else story related wise, because that was my last night plus fire alarm related things. One day I'll touch snow, surely. Rip. Snow is as real to you as vampires. That's quite a statement. I'm assuming it's like, well, I haven't seen or touched either of them. I think to me the difference would be that even if you hadn't seen or touched a vampire, there are definitely people in the world who have seen and touched snow. Whereas I don't know if I know anyone who's seen or touched a real vampire. And so by direct observation, I can see the reality there. Although, I don't know, we're straying a little towards, like, what shape do you think the Earth is? No, because there are some things we can know without having to, like, I mean, observing, like, the, you know, like, curvature of the Earth is also a little bit easier testable than, say, vampires. But you're like, hey, they could be out there. I'm okay with that. If we haven't seen it, you know, maybe, you know, they're very secret, right? They're good at that or stuff. But I don't know. Compared to snow. I mean, I have seen and touched snow, so maybe I'm biased. But like, I don't know. Aunt claims she hunts vampires. Not sure she's a great source though. Well, that I did not see this coming. Is like, how serious of a claim is it? My interest has been piqued. What? Do you like science? Oh, really? Oh, really? I heard you liked the mold from the Lunchly. You're really into food unsafety. No snow exists. They're both possible. You're like, snow is just another state of matter water can take, and vampires are just another state humans can take. I haven't visibly seen either, but doesn't mean it could. But like, it should just be funny. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, but you've encountered ice like before, right? Like you've frozen water in like a freezer or something. Just can't take a joke, can I? No. Schrodinger's hypothesis. If we never open a box that we put a person in and never verify if they're dead, they could you know, Schrodinger was like, they're superposition between alive and dead, and you're like, have you considered option 3 vampire? Hello? You've seen snow, or even like a mountain in the distance. White capped. I don't know. Is that? I don't know. I don't know if you have mountains. It was funny though. I was thinking. Last night. I was like, you know, presumably a tree hit some sort of power line. But then I was thinking about it, I'm like, I was thinking about trees. Because like like how ubiquitous are trees, you know? If I say, you know, oh, a tree hit a power line, and I'm like, if I said that on stream, what percentage of people would be like, what? Seen those? You do have mountains? I'm like, cause I don't know, but like, only mountains I've seen in my region are garbage. Oh, wow. That's rough. Live below the country's plateau line near the coast for all my life. Plateau line. I'm not familiar with that term. I'm just assuming that's like below the average like height. I don't. Oh. Because I mean, like, I know my geologic formations, but plateau line. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. Oh, I found out see the bay and mountains. Oh, okay. The coast is okay. I mean I get what you're saying, but I don't know. Out of like, if you just walked in and saw you like saying the coast is lower than landmass, would make me seem like like a toddler. Well, I am 3, but like, oh, I guess because you say when it's like, well, you know, it's not just as if you had an island that only had a very like a slow, consistent gradient, then you'd be like, wow, the coastline is definitely like just by definition. Well, I guess if you were talking about like what's like Florida, where like the 80% of the internal landmass is actually below sea level. So I guess there are some places where it can be possible to have like a large portion of like landmass that is not above sea level, but it's just... Karate tournament on the 21st. Wow. Okay. Good luck. You got 6 days to learn karate. Karate. I mean, I'm assuming you already know some. I don't know any. I've been to, yeah, with the most yeehaw accent, karate, like karaoke, karate, karaoke. No, I've been to some dojos that I don't know, what do you call a place in which you do karate? I'm a 2nd degree Dan black belt. Oh, I mean, I've heard black belt good, but I don't know about, I don't know how that system really works. Called dojo. Let's go. Main last is a good bit higher and drier along the continent tip coastline. I know what plateaus are. It's just like I guess that maybe that's just like a quirk of that landmass. I mean, I'm not super familiar with coastlines that are delineated by whether or not it is the plateau. There are 10 on black belt. Oh, okay. You got silver 1, silver 5. Once you got 1 to black belt, you black belt 10. You got to work your way up or down depending. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a geology expert. I'm not like, the place you live doesn't make sense. But it was funny. I was like, if I talk about trees and power, does that, I'm like, how weird is that? I don't know. But then like, there are trees in a lot of places. And then I was thinking about also, I don't get any of it, but yeah, because the thing about it was mountains and snow-tipped mountains. That elevation was that was the circuitous route. Reality, go burr. It's so annoying though. I keep seeing like AI posts, but there's this growing, like, it's not like rage bait or like bait posts didn't exist before, but I feel like they've changed. I feel like they've changed, where instead of like, I feel like bait used to be believable, or like, I don't know, it's like it's weird. There's AI stuff now that is so weird. I'm like, this can't, I don't know. Maybe it's just with like, I don't know, people on the internet, the radicalization has gotten so strong that maybe the posts in the past that I had assumed were bait and everyone's like, oh, lamau, ha ha ha, funny. But maybe people have gotten so crazy or okay with being crazy that it's hard to tell now. Because like there are people that are just like, whoa, you something else. But like, I saw this post that was like, it presented itself as a, you know, AI defense piece that was like, oh, what? Everyone says AI is, you know, draining, you know, it's using up too much water and it's not good for the environment. Well, all of you, you know, physical media people just want to turn all the forests into pencils so you can draw pictures. And it was like, that, what? That, you're like, oh yeah, because AI doesn't use paper or pencils, and so is like way more environmentally friendly. And it was like, that's not a real opinion someone had or has, right? Right? Like, the plateau's between 2,000 meters and 3,300 meters. That sounds tall. But I guess, I don't know if I have a perspective on that. I think pencils are a problem, not consuming clean drinking water. So, right, like, at this point, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, that feels like it is supposed to be comedic. But, like, I also like, even if I'm not super familiar with meters, but even if I converted it into like feet, I still don't know if I would know if it was tall. Like, I don't, elevation stuff, I definitely don't. I'm like, ooh. Cause like meters, like 100-meter dash, you know that, like, but what if I, it says 3300, that's like 10,000 feet. That sounds like a lot. Oh. And there's, well, I looked up something that I feel like is pretty tall, and it was 3,400 meters. And there's not like, does it not snow consistently on that plateau? Oh, I guess maybe there's a range, but like on the higher range of it? I'm getting distracted. Dame dude, hello. Welcome to the couch. I hope you enjoy your stay. Said hi. The said hi comment always gets me. I'm assuming there's some sort of like, it's like a translation thing, or like copy pasta, but it's, I think the thing that always gets me is it's like a little paradox, because you start with said and then hi, and which is technically true if you count the hi that's in the said hi statement, but it only works if saying hi in said hi counts. But you didn't say hi, you're saying hi. I don't screenshot everything. Just made myself curious. A screenshot of it, it's just gonna be like your desktop. Snow on some mountains, but generally not widespread. Interesting. Because I googled something that normally has like snow year round, and it was like 3,500 meters. And so I was like, huh. But I suppose general climate is also part of it. No, your desktop. Oh, wow. Then I don't want to see it. No, I just. Then how random of a screenshot could it be? Hello. Hello. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to see. I don't want to see anyone's desktop. I don't think, but. Oh, I mean, the map is spoilered. Now I feel like I shouldn't unspoiler it. I was like, I'll open it up and see whatever it is, but now I'm like, I don't know. Now I'm like, I feel like I shouldn't. now I feel weird. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Now it feels too spicy. You might decide you want to know. Now I don't know. I do love when I'm scrolling like Twitter and there's something that I come across that's like an account I don't know, and there's like a caption in Japanese, and I click translate and it doesn't translate to anything, and it's spoiled, and I'm like, well, let's play roulette. And then sometimes it's just a normal picture, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like, oh, huh? And then sometimes it's like a massive schlong, and it's like, yeah, okay. Twitter roulette. Bihar, one of the states of India, is so weird and confusing. For example, a road was stolen in Bihar. I feel like that could mean so many different things. I would never. I mean, I'm not. I wasn't saying that you might have actually or intentionally tried to get me to like unspoiler it like a schlong, but I was just seeing spoilers. Is it sometimes it feels like, you know, the deliberate. It's the choice to like. Are you ready? Are you ready to? You don't know what's behind here. Man, my nose has been running like crazy this week. Weird. Maybe I need a vacuum or something. I don't feel like I really have like allergies, but sometimes the schnapps just go brrrr. Country in map form, identifying geographical info. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming. But I don't know. It just feels like it's like trolley problem, where it was like I was gonna open it and look at it because you sent it, but now that I have to click the button, it feels like I'm making. Now I have a choice, and then it feels like it's like, you know, right? It's like I'm pulling a lever here, and it is like the philosophical decision where it's like, would it be better to let it just, except for nothing is gonna happen if I don't. Yeah, I know. I have. Dobby has been given a choice. There's a 2-kilometer road in Banka, Bihar. I was like, that sounds. I'm like, I feel like that's a different word. Stolen by locals. Yeah. So right, that. Choose as you will. How does one steal a road? Like, right? That was I was like, stolen could mean a lot of things, and then the clarification was like, it was 2 kilometers, and it was in this place, and like, okay. I know, because right, I feel like stolen could mean a lot of things. You could physically get rid of it. You could build on it. You could sit on it. Do you take the signs? Do you rename it could mean a lot of things, like, because like if the road was like a state road or something, or was managed by someone or something, then there's a number of ways people could steal, or like pirating, right? Like you could steal a boat. Remember the construction center? It's true. 60-foot long bridge and 2 kilometer rails were stolen too. We're stealing metal is definitely a thing people do. Search it up. I don't want to. That's not my job. Highway robbery, true. What? Or you're like, hey, here's this potentially interesting story. Oh, really? And then it's like, go figure it out yourself. I'm like, no, what? I'm not gonna go do research. Cause they stole the highway. Indeed. I don't know. Oh, there was Steam came out with their Steam review. Practicing my dad jokes, you go. Oh, I hadn't considered the necessity of dad jokes for fic writing purposes. Intriguing. Because if you're gonna have any if you're writing MPreg, you gotta have twice as many dad jokes as everybody else. I don't know if that, I don't want to insinuate, I don't want to go further, but as far as I'm aware, no. Do you need twice the dad jokes for 2? Is that homophobic? I can't tell if that was offensive. I get it. Yeah. Shouldn't be? I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like not feeling like, I mean, as long as, like, I wasn't being super serious, like, it was kind of silly, but like, if I meant it, would that, I don't think anyone takes dad jokes that seriously. So, I mean, it's sort of, that almost is like a paradoxical dad joke, because where it's like, if you had 2 dads, you'd need twice the dad jokes. It's like, wow, okay, sure. No. Conception, inception. Do you have twice as many dad jokes? I don't know. Or is it always like, for any given situation, is dad joke level determined by number of dads? Like, cause like, if you had like a barbecue and you had 8 dads and they all told a dad joke, would that be 8 times the rate? Like, if you had like a Geiger counter going like doing radiation, but it was for dad joke, would it be more or less? Because is it like is the measurement of dad joke radiation level determined by a regular minimum, or is it by number of dad? Because if you have like 8 jokes per dad, would it be like regular, or would it be like a lot? Officials there are so crazy, they were given the task of building a national highway between a forest, and they made the highway between the forest. I don't know if I'm missing something, but it does sound like you said, damn, they so crazy. Someone told them to go make a picture of an apple, and they made a picture of an apple. So they were given the task of building a national highway between a forest, and they made the highway between the forest. That sounds like they did what they were asked. I don't know. Number of dads determines the quantity. Maybe with time, the quality as they compete. Whoa, dad sharpens dad. Is that? Man, to be effective. I can't believe those crazy people went and did it. They did not cut the trees. Well, I mean, if there was enough room for a road to go through it, I feel like I would be like, that sounds good. Dad sharpens dad. You're like, yes, please. Because it's like I feel like I see there's a lot of where they're like iron sharpens iron. I feel like normally, unfortunately, the context is normally it's like kind of like religious or something. I feel like I see a lot of like mega pastors on stage giving that speech, and which is, I don't super love that, but you show up to the dad competition, you're like, my dad jokes have been sharpened or fired in the crucible, tempered. Classic. Never heard iron sharpens irons. Maybe not after all. Oh, okay. I think that's I think it might be like from the Bible or something. Yeah, it's from the Bible. So this Google search alleges that. Yeah, it's the Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. I feel like I saw some like viral people make. I watched every once in a while people like making fun of the overbearing religious people, because it was kind of there's like the era of the, you know, like Andrew Tate masculinity thing where it's guys being like, iron sharpens iron. So it was kind of funny. It was like, dads need to stop sharpening each other. Well, I feel like it can be funny because I think, to me, as long as it's offensive to the offensive people, you're good. Because I'm assuming that like, yeah, iron sharpens iron. We're a bunch of tough guys, and be like, yeah, well, these two gay dads are making really good dad jokes, and they'd be like, no, that's not what it means. Not given permission to cut trees. The trees are literally in the middle of the road, making a zigzag pattern. Let's go. Yeah, it's like James Veach. These comedian who's they're super literal, and they're like, okay, can we cut the trees? They're like, no. They're like, then we will not cut the trees. They replied they were given the task of making roads, not cutting trees. I mean, they're right. Why are you booing me? I'm right. Why are you cutting the trees? Well, I don't know. You told me to build a road. You didn't tell me to cut trees. What do I look like? The tree cutter? Huh? Go hire a lumberjack. it's silly, but you're on a government level. You're like, no, but you're supposed to like, this is supposed to be official. Yeah. Government efficiency, baby. If Doge, no. Government efficiency, Lamau. And depending on the people, you're like, government efficiency, what an oxymoron. Because governments can't be efficient. But it kind of reminds me of like the Bart Simpson with like the breaking stuff, and they're like, me, road builder, why are you building road, not cutting trees? And they're like, what do you mean? What do I look like, the tree cutter? You hired the wrong guy. But I mean, I don't know, in some ways also like environmental conservation. Even if it's like, you know, kind of fucked up, as long as it works. You know. I mean, straight roads and straight lines are nice. But sometimes geography prohibitive. I think it would have been extra funny if they just paved like around the trees, like there was just like trees in the middle of the road. That would have been baller. Because it would be silly, and the trees, the roots would just buckle the road in years. And also, it was like, it would be like impossible to drive. Like, the right lane here, it just has a tree in it. Like sidewalks with trees in the middle, like the little circle cutouts, but it's just a road. That's what they did. Oh, there are trees in the middle of it, and it also zigzags. A wide national highway over narrow winding road any day. Really? I think for me, it always comes down to traffic. But if both were empty, I would probably prefer. I mean, I guess it depends on how like scenic the winding back road is. If it's winding and back road because it's like densely populated, then that's ick. But if it's like through terrain, I don't know, I probably like the more natural. But there's a lot of factors. If there's people ahead of you and behind you and it's like one lane, then no thanks. But I don't know. Big open highway is like for just pure driving efficiency. And if there's like big and empty and you're like broom broom, that's fun. But I don't know. Maybe I don't like driving. Overtaking slow vehicles, yeah. If you're on a small like no passing zone and there's someone who is just dead in the water, yeah, that's no fun. No, yeah, that's why I was like, I feel like it comes down to traffic, and while that is a totally viable thing, it could depend on like the day or just like luck. And I don't want to judge the roads themselves too harshly just because people are driving poorly on them, you know? I don't. Sorry to derail, but is that? We're not talking about trains, are we? No. Getting too, because I can't like derail a car, right? Like, that. Oh, I mean, I'm just talking about a train car, but it is a locomotion. It is vehicle based. Is that close? Yeah, transportation. You're like, yeah, no. I'll give you that. Some crazy officials made a bridge with a 9-degree curve, and it's a flyover. I think is flyover supposed to be a kind of bridge. I'm not familiar with flyover bridge. Or just that you're supposed to be able to fly over it? I don't... Oh, it's set. Oh. 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 It's an overpass. It's a bridge above another roadway. Is that what that means? I've never heard that. What's the difference between an overpass and a flyover? Oh god, Google's so full of AI. Ugh. How can I find articles that aren't AI anymore? Huh. I've never heard that term before. Oh, there's a Quora post for 2018. What is the difference among flyover, bridge, and elevated road? I'm traveling on a highway. I come across a road. The traffic is, what? 2017 was 7 years ago? That's fucked up. Traffic is so high on the crossroad, they don't give me a gap to pass across them. I feel like I could just fly over them and land on the other side of the road. Since my car cannot fly, I make a structure which takes off on one side of a crossroad and lands on the other side. Flyover. Oh, so it's just an overpass. I'm traveling on a highway. There's a wide creek across the road. If I continue, it's gonna tell me what a bridge is? Even without a flyover, I can reach my destination. I guess technically they both, it's like they both mean the same thing, flyover road or pass over it. But I feel like flying is pretty aggressive. I like overpass. Seven engineers were fired for making it. Rip. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I mean, it does sound like flyover bridge or just flyovers. It seems like people call it that. I've never heard that before though. Given the amount of steps needed in approval for construction, it does seem... I do see absurd 90-degree turn flyover is viral from the Lockmut Times. Whoa. Oh, there's this article that says 7 engineers suspended. I found a picture that says Bopal, I don't know how to pronounce that. Bopal made a 90-degree flyover, and then it says Andhra, hold my chai, and this looks like this bridge has 1, 2, 3 90-degree turns in it. Oh. Yeah, if I found the right picture, that does look pretty nasty. Search 90-degree bridge and blah blah. What do you think I'm talking about right now? it looks pretty. I mean, it doesn't even look that well executed. Is the problem? Like, is this still over here? Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad, but yeah, that corner is disgusting. But yeah, this is this is one of the first things I saw. Although, I guess I'm assuming it's supposed to be for vehicles, but like, I don't, if that was just for people, that wouldn't be that bad. Because unfortunately, I mean, all these pictures don't show, wait. Happy birthday, kiddo. Oh, I'm at Minecrafting Mom. I'm assuming that's Orchid Lily. I'm assuming that's, I'm like, that feels like the right thing. I don't know how I feel about, oh. I think I was briefly disconnected there for a second, so I'm hoping. Oh, you got the chat disconnected. I don't know if I missed anything. Yeah, the ads are messed up. Ah, okay. Welcome back to the couch. Thanks for stopping by. Made for vehicles. Yeah, that does seem like a pretty norsty bridge. Okay, I'm gonna go re-grab chat because I don't know if I missed anything. Okay, it looks like I did. Okay, good. Yeah, that visually it does seem like the kind of thing where you're like, no one in the process was like, maybe we shouldn't. I do like this picture that's like like, why didn't you, like, I don't, I'm no engineer, but couldn't you just make it go like that? Classic. Well, this is a $2.3 million bridge? What? 118 degrees. Wait, oh. It's also so low you can't pass underneath it? Faulty design. Huh. Yeah, that... How vehicles would negotiate the sharp 90-degree turn. Do they have any statements? They had no option other than to build the bridge this way, given the paucity of land. Is that like, what the, paucity? I've never heard of that before in my life. Presence of something in smaller, oh, like the scarcity. Ah. That there wasn't enough land. I mean, oh, what about like right next, what? That sounds BS. Like there's land right here. There's, I don't, I mean, I guess probably the biggest problem is right here, where you're like, to get a good curve, you probably need, well, I feel like you put like, you swing it out a little bit to the left, and then you put like one support here and one, you know, here for the curve. I mean, I guess I don't know what's going on underneath the bridge, but that does seem a little, they're like, we had to do it like this. Oh. Oh. Hello. When did you come in here? Oh, okay. Well. Lily, welcome back. Sorry, no, I think last time was just unfortunate timing. I think I lost connection like right when you showed up. Well, like a little bit afterwards. Wait, did that get picked up on the mic? Okay. I didn't know she was in here. I'm gonna have to. Hello. Wanna go out? Oh, she's gone. Oh, just me talking to her. Okay, I was like, it didn't sound like I heard it come through. Yeah, she's gone now. Yeah. She's escaped. I don't know when she she had a very small window of opportunity to have entered this room. New kitty adventure game now. Don't remember the name. I mean, there's like the cat quest is always a good one. Whisker something. I know the movie A Whisker Away. Is it like the I don't even remember the name of the cat in the city game that I played. The Little Kitty Big City. Was that what it was called? Whisker. Whisker Wood, Wires and Whiskers. Damn. Whisker on Steam was way too generic of a search for me, unfortunately. Because I'm gonna search on. Was it called Little Kitty Big City? Was that what it? Yeah, Little Kitty Big City classic. I guess I could try Googling. I still haven't played Stray, so as far as cat games go, I think I'm already a little behind, you know? Paucity. I've heard of paucity something. New. It's definitely coming back with Whisker Wood. But I think that one's supposed to be about mice, from what I know of. Whisker Watch? Wait. Oh, okay. Whisker Tail? Whisker Tail, I hardly know her. Oh. Whisker's Tail? Oh, there's a demo. Play as a curious cat exploring a cozy city, run errands, solve simple puzzles, make friends, and uncover heartwarming stories in a world full of charm, kindness, and quiet adventure. Not until June. It does look very Little Kitty Big City. Oh, there's customized whiskers. Oh, cat customization. Well, maybe I'll put the demo on my list. I had fun with Little Kitty Big City. Classic. Heavyweight fight for the necklace. Is there the new raid tier? I mean, hey, if you're geared for it, why not try it, right? Lily go on the couch? For sure. Good night, Sod. Congratulations on 3 years. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning time-ness. And maybe I'll see you around. Oh-ho. Yippee! Yeah, my, 3, yeah, now, dang, now things are gonna start, do I need a smaller one? Boop. It's getting complicated up in here. Yeah, now things on my channel are gonna start saying 3 years ago. 31 views 3 years ago. Not bad. I think it's still mostly 2. I guess. Oh wait, hang on. Wait, if I. Antiception. Oh no. Oh, it's because it. Oh no. What have I done? Oh, you're right. It did change, huh? I apparently the copy and paste. Yeah, is how about that? Huh. It is a low level copy. This is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. This makes sense from a oh wait, actually wait, what if I this is more complicated than I think. Am I allowed to duplicate? Ah, there it is. Oh. This is... I was not grabbing the right thing, but I guess I'll do that. Wait. This is gonna get in. Okay. Okay. Wait, why does it keep... Ah! What? Reset the music. Why does it keep, Oh. I see what the problem was. Even though I was trying to duplicate one of them, it was actually still going off of the clipboard. Oops. There's not really it doesn't look quite right, but we're close. Probably about as good as it's gonna get. Ooh. I'm just focusing. Okay. Can I be jealous? They're all on the couch. That's what I'm looking for. Ta-da! Is that peak celebration? that was more work than it should have been. Story of my life. No, the other day I was going in, I was updating the color scheme on the Annie scramp, and I was like, this will be easy. I'll just go in and change the colors. And then like an hour later, I was like, what? How could this go so wrong? Clean shot. In theory, it wouldn't be too hard to make like an asset that looks like this. Oh, there's quite a lot going on. New channel banner. I like the idea that my banner it's gone. I like the idea that my banner is informative currently. I don't you can make a strong argument that no one really sees. Oh, everyone's floating. I'm just gonna leave you there in the sky for a second, because I think it'll mess it up if I go back. Well, that's not true. Everyone's been denamed and dethroned. Channel post. That I could work with. I could work with that. I like the idea that the banner makes sense, even though it's technically incorrect because I don't stream every day anymore. But post is good. Post is good. I could work with post. I can work with post. I could do that. I could do that right now even. It feels like the kind of thing I should do after the stream, but you know, honestly, the worst part of the screenshot is me. I might need to do another screenshot because I am not I'm not giving my all. I was but screenshot 935. Where are you at? This is totally a normal system. I promise. Boom. Like, I am just like not locked in. I look. I'm just like. Looks like I'm just like searching something on Google. 127 peak concurrence. I was like, right now? That was the Monster Hunter? Yeah. This was a stream earlier this year that was like, I was like, oh my god. I was like, I made it. And the total watch time, 272. Yeah, I was talking through some of my like milestones and stuff earlier. This stream, I was like, yo, it's happened. But that one was a not a regular occurrence. Okay, let's see. Didn't. Oh, my. I hate screenshots. Boom. That's better. Get a little smile in there. Oh, I'm not lined up with the hat at all, though, this time. Shit. Ah! Some big streamer do like the most complicated raid ever. As far as as far as I can tell, for some reason, for like 1 week, I was just like, this is close enough. It's not gonna get better than that, probably. I mean, and now I could line it up. Gah. Fine. Speaking of harder than it should have been, no, the best like explanation I could come up with was that I just for some reason was able to hit the autoplay algorithm, because the inflated view count and watch time lasted for a couple streams. Like it slowly went down from there. But I did get a couple streams where it where it like was that big. And the interesting thing was like I was getting a lot of watch time, but and like concurrency and stuff, but the amount of chats was not bigger. It was a little bit like at least that first Monster Hunter one, there was at least 2 other people that, you know, like were chatting, and one, you know, people were like stopping by because they were clicking on it because it had the views. Next video for a few hundred people, like, yeah, because sometimes it would just like, it would just spike. But my theory was, though, is that I was being auto played in like the ASMR category, because they weren't clicking off, but I don't think they were actively watching. So whether or not they were asleep or it was on the second monitor or what, that's the best working theory I could get, because I was getting lots of watch time and lots of people, but not a lot of you know, activity. And I will pretty frequently, when I'm not streaming, just pop one of my streams on my second monitor, so I can like look at it, make sure it's not garbage, and also give myself a little bit of, you know, kudos in the algorithm. But I also watch a lot of like ASMR background content stuff, so sometimes maybe I wonder if I was able to, you know, get myself into my own algorithm, which skews it a little bit. But ASMR, you say, I do. It's what makes the most sense to me, because it feels like it lines up, and it also, I think I skew the algorithm sometimes on my own watching habits. So I don't know. We may never know. The world may never know. You remember how to post? Add an image. Yes. Yeah. Apparently it's been like 3 years. Crazy stuff. It's been a while. Still here, still kicking. Happy 3rd birthday. Technically it was yesterday, so like, yeah, but I'm counting it. I didn't realize it was my 3rd birthday until yesterday after stream, so this counts. Although technically, as far as like streaming birthday goes, that's later, but this is just the anniversary of the first, and the channel was created on the 12th 3 years ago, so like there's multiple dates. And like, when was Astarkas born? Literally, I don't know if I remember. But there's a couple birthdays, and YouTube said it was yesterday, so we're going with that. Much celebration, so wow. I happy 3rd birthday to me. Thank you, everyone who stopped. I should not be doing this right now. This is typing ASMR. Millennia ago, surely. Well, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know if present company has heard it. When I started, one of the other things with also, you know, VTubing in general is generally, you know, you've got like your lore and your, you know, backstory, etc. And I was always like, well, my lore for lore was that I was like, well, I don't remember. And that, you know, maybe if I get enough support from people energy wise, I'll be able to recover my memories. That hasn't played out, but I guess, I don't know, at some point maybe I should just like take a long break and put a bunch of work into the like theatrics, because apparently I'm not doing a very good job right now. Feels bad sometimes. But what are you gonna do? Psychic vampire. I feel like it's more like sometimes it's like how you envision like ye olde like Greek gods, or I feel like I've seen those like the Dragon Ball episodes where they're like, you know, gathering people's energy for like the spirit bomb or whatever, where it's like, it's not psychic vampirism, but more like empowered by the power of, you know, friendship and support. Not like believers and like worshippers and stuff, but like a cousin of that. You know, where it's like not in like a negative way, but did someone say vampires? Clap it. I do believe in fairies. I do believe Astarkas has a backstory. I do. Cause like I also thought eventually I'd do like a debut, or, you know, normally people do, but I just like never got there. Coven, like I'm a witch. Oh, do vampires have covens too? I feel like is there another word that that doesn't sound wrong. Is there, what's a, for some reason I feel like that means witch to me. Is there like, not like brood, and it's not, no, maybe coven, because is that in like a like or like clan? Covenants, which, yeah, but it doesn't sound, I feel like it doesn't sound like that doesn't make sense, you know? Clan, that does, I feel like that fits. I feel like I'm like, with a Google, what is a group of vampires called? Oh, what? I mean, I did just Google it, and the AI overview did come back with coven, so that it does look like there is precedent. That I don't love. Where is this coming from? Reddit post. Classic. Oh yeah, the Anne Rice Twilight Coven. Apparently also Anne Rice Covenant. Coterie, Pax, Circle. No, that seems also witchy. Clan, Cabal, Parish, Conclave. No, that just sounds religious. Sect, no. Colony, House? Interesting. I don't know. Clan of blood-related covenant of alliance. An infestation of vampires. Shan't trust AI. Yeah, I mean, 90% of the AI on Google seems to be just pulling straight from Reddit anyway. Oh, it also looks like it's pulling the Underworld franchise. Must call them covens, and that's what it's pulling from. It looks like. Classic. What? People ask, is a group of vampires called a kiss? What? Oh, apparently. Laurel K. Hamilton called a group of vampires a kiss? What? Is it clan or coven? This Reddit post says it's typically clan, but I think as long as you know. And he's like, wait, I love that. Wait, hang on. It does sound like a lot of people use a lot of things. So it looks like you could probably run with any word as long as it makes sense. It's for me. I was like, pack of vampires are Drunken Dragon Gaming. Welcome back to the couch. Congrats on 3 years. Turned 3 this year. Let's go. We're all 3. Packwood werewolf. No, I think the more you have multiple different types, the more like, because coven sounds normal until you're like, but what about witches? And you're like, because if you have witches and vampires and werewolves, then you probably want, you know, words that give the right vibes. But if because like, I think, you know, coming out of left field vampire wise and being like coven is like, oh, okay. But then I think the more specific you're trying to get, a murder of crows, a murder of vampires. I did see someone that was like vampires, like, well, what's a group of bats called? Like vampire bats. I don't know. I don't know the bat collective. Colony? A cloud? A cauldron? Camp? Colony? Cloud? Flock? A flock of bats? I don't know about that one. A cloud of vampires. That one, I guess that sounds like when they're like sitting, not really. Like colony sounds okay. Coterie of vampires is the normal term? Really? Really? Oh, is that the masquerade? Like the role-playing one, maybe? I'm seeing that pop up. It didn't come up at all in the first search I did when I was just like Googling it. A brood of vampires. That was one of the things I said earlier. I feel like clan is the thing that makes the most sense to me. Oh, my Google search today is crazy. Iron sharpens iron. Flyover bridge. New game. Whisker tail. the Bopal Flyover, Vampire the Masquerade. What is a group of bats called? What is a group of vampires called? Coterie, Vampire the Masquerade. It does seem like the consensus is that there is a lot of terms, though. It feels like is what the... I was also surprised that the bats was so like, I feel like a lot of things are like, this is what you call it. But I was surprised there wasn't, because I'm getting a lot of differing things for bats, which is interesting. Cauldron of Vampire Rescue. I don't know. I immediately get like I don't know. I guess my brain's just too witchy. I feel Cauldron of Vampires, and it seems like a witch is brewing up a bunch of vampires. It's like I feel like my brain goes too literal in Cauldron. We're like, they're stewing up the whole batch. It's just a cauldron of vampires. Or almost like a Crucible, where it's like a cauldron of vampires is like when you're walking into like a den and you're like, oh, I'm dropping into the cauldron of vampires. Sounds like a fun time. If you are a friend of them, maybe. If you're a snack, sounds like a bad time. Yeah. It was, Lily said earlier, witches and vampires and werewolves. Oh my. Tigers and bears, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I saw the update on Steam. I never played that game. I saw I saw Let's Game It Out play that when it came out, and I was like, it looks like it's in the strata of game types I play, but it didn't look like it was doing enough to me to warrant me looking into it. I'll probably look into this update and see, because it kind of like it gave me like Enshrouded and like Valheim hybrid vibes, but it didn't look like it was gonna scratch an itch that I couldn't just go to either of them for. But I saw there was an update, so I might have to look into it and see. I definitely play a lot of games that are very much like it. Getting right into it. Unless they've changed a lot, it probably isn't something that I'm gonna be playing. But you never know. You never know. But I do, I should probably, I feel like at this point, I'm probably gonna go down another rabbit hole. So I should probably try and make a clean break while I can. It's a pretty good time. It do be short Wednesday stream. I should probably do more just like hanging out streams. Sometimes I get worried that it's less interesting than having a game being played, but I think it probably is more comfortable for people to say things because they don't feel like they're like interrupting a game. So maybe I should try doing a longer version of just like hang out. We'll see. I think tomorrow the plan is probably more metaphor because I'm just trying to get her done. I'm not super loving the gameplay loop of metaphor, but I want to finish it. 3 years, sheesh. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Orc 9867.5. Hi, long time no see. And the icon says itch. I have genuinely right now no clue who you are. But you say long time no see, so they welcome back to the couch. I don't know if I have enough evidence to figure out, but given you might have the same screen name, but now that's looking at ats, but I don't recognize the at. Yeah. Thank you so much everyone who stopped by today. It means a lot you stop by for any amount of time or any time in the last like year or 3 years. It does mean a lot to me. Sometimes I feel pretty bad about the progress, but that doesn't mean I feel bad about any of the people that have stopped by, hung out, chatted, subscribed. I'm not asking anything more from the people that already give any of their time. I'm just lamenting at the state of the internet and just my own success. But thank you again for your time today and in the past for any amount. This is going to be it for me today, but I'll be back tomorrow. The usual. I'm planning on being off next week and maybe more after that, but I'll keep you posted. Sorry that I'm not immediately able to recognize you. Orc9867.5. I probably would remember you if given some more context, but time today is unfortunate. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day, night, week, and potentially year for the new year, depending on if you're back anytime soon. But thanks again. I hope I see you all again sometime soon. Bye-bye for now.